Hello again and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover as we got updates on Shady Records artist Westside Boogie, who sparked some interesting conversations, all thanks to some bars on his latest collaboration with BG Rodriguez that some believe is Westside Boogie throwing some shade at Shady Records. And this even led to some conclusions where fans suggested the label be shut down for good, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And today we have more on the drama between J.Cole and Kanye West. And if you've been following our updates, you know Ye has been relentless when it comes to bashing and trashing J.Cole's music. And we got what looks to be a response from J.Cole to Kanye West after everything that's been going on lately, and things got worse for Cole as this led to even a more heated roasting session for the rapper, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And speaking on Ye, we also got some more from rapper Cameron, who recently expanded on how he's not surprised by the antics of the rapper. And we also have some more from 50 Cent, who continues his feud with Floyd Mayweather, and we'll expand on this in a moment. And today we'll be starting with the latest milestone for one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time, the Eminem Show, and it just got certified 9 times platinum in Denmark, and it is pretty much multi-platinum at this point in every single major market in the world, which all adds up to the estimates of over 40 million sold globally. And speaking on its success globally, the highest so far looks to be 18 times platinum in Australia, but still perhaps the most impressive is its 3 times platinum certification in Japan, knowing what we know about that music market when it comes to hip-hop music in general. And moving on to the next point, we got an update on the feud between Floyd Mayweather and 50 Cent, and this goes back to a report that made headlines back in February when reports revealed that Floyd purchased 62 apartments in New York to add to his portfolio. However, after some investigation by Business Insider, the meme became a reality. Press X to doubt. And in their report, Floyd Mayweather Jr. bragged about a $400 million property deal. There's just one problem, and from Business Insider it goes, an investigation by Business Insider revealed no evidence of such a transaction in property records. Real estate experts suggest that Mayweather may have acquired only a minority stake in the properties, with options for future expansions rather than full ownership. Furthermore, his real estate firm Vader Properties has not publicly confirmed the specifics of these deals, and 50 Cent was quick to post a snippet from the news after sources pressed X to doubt. Check it out.
New reports have raised doubts about Floyd Mayweather Jr. IPI's claims of investing in a $402 million Manhattan apartment portfolio just over a month after Mayweather announced his biggest deal yet, acquiring 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Business Insider reported that no such deal appears to have occurred. Floyd recently posted a video on Instagram claiming he bought 6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved. However, Business Insider has contradicted these claims, stating that the ownership of the buildings remains unchanged and they are not Mayweather's, as he stated. Many are left questioning why Mayweather would make such a bold, untrue claim about his financial dealings.
Ever. All right, now Floyd Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners.
And 50 added the caption, "Damn, champ, they caught you capping," laughing emoji, "time for another exhibition, LOL." And users on social media stay vicious as they sparked reactions like, "This dude rented apartment 62 and thought he bought 62 apartments, told you that boy can't read, laughing emojis, and more on the illiteracy jokes. Another user expanded. He didn't read the contract. He's probably another investor, not the sole owner. Gotta read. And this was how Business Insider broke it down, and some have concluded, time to get back in the ring. Champ, laughing emojis.
Damn.
And moving on to the next point, Shady Records came under fire a few hours ago after Shady rapper Westside Boogie rapped on the song TTG. Crazy how I'm shedding light while I'm still out here rapping shady. Do that ish with blind faith. No telling where I'm headed lately. And of course, apart from the wordplay, shedding light and shady, to shed light on something also means to provide some clarification, understanding, or insight to a problem. So of course, this was bound to spark debates on how the label has been handling the artists. And this sparked some interesting reactions on social media, as some have expanded, quote, no telling where I'm heading lately, and I'm sure Boogie has the same respect M has for him, but man. Also, according to Wikipedia, More Black Superheroes 2022 didn't make the charts. It is like Eminem doesn't want to get involved in producing Shady Records artists after what happened with Our House, but now the lack of promotion is basically killing the artist. Even 50 Cent complained about that at one point. What is the point of signing with Shady then? To which a user responded, to be fair, who would have heard of Boogie before he signed with M? At least Griselda had a small following. Boogie was an absolute no-name and hit number 28 in the chart with Black, J.I.D. and Eminem features. I know number 28 isn't high, but his previous album, Thirst 48 Part 2, didn't even chart. I think Boogie has absolutely zero commercial appeal. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can blame Shady Records. And boy, the label kept getting blasted. As another user expanded, Shady seems like the worst label to sign for. M fans are only gonna listen to M, so there's hardly any overlap. Lack of promotion means a lot of people don't even know the artists are dropping. M even used the release of Yellow Wolf's album just to tease revival. And it is quite strange that we keep hearing about the narrative that M fans only listen to him, but clearly there's something else at play, because 50 Cent will tell you something different. Dr. Dre also shares the same sentiment, so something else is at play, as Yellow Wolf was pretty successful on the label, all things considered, and perhaps this example will help you understand what I'm talking about. When J.Cole signed under Jay-Z, he was not expected to inherit Jay-Z's fan base. It has never worked that way. Being associated with Jay-Z does the promo, but the heavy lifting has gotta be done by the artist. But sadly, I don't think Shady Records has been doing a good job on the promo side of things, even for their primary artist. And on the note that Eminem fans aren't listening to any other artist outside of his music, finally some users are beginning to catch on to points we've been bringing up on this channel. And again, is there any survey for that, or all y'all talking out of your bum? He has millions of fans, and you know for a fact that most people who love M something, like I've always wondered where people pull out the stats from, because 50, for instance, credits a lot of his success to his association with Eminem. So clearly when it came to 50, the fans were open to listening to someone else, but for the others, they only chose to listen to M. And personally, I say something else is at play. Perhaps Shady has been signing artists that lack pop appeal in the first place, and it was more of the same on X as the label continued to get blasted. If Boogie leaves, then I think it is genuinely over for Shady Records. They signed some good artists, but they don't help them reach new heights. All they do is let these artists jump on a song with M. They need a new management team, bro. It is crazy how we are still talking about this, and some believe it is time to shut it down. Hate to say it, but they need to close down Shady Records. Only reason why M and Paul even founded in the first place was to take D12 to mainstream with M. How I see it, they've been signing good artists, but a good artist is not enough to make it in the mainstream today. There's a thing that some refer to as the X Factor, and sadly most of the new signings have lacked this X Factor, in my opinion. So even what they look for when they sign artists look to be the genesis most of the issues with Shady Records, and another user expanded, Eminem got the worst team possible, and the last few weeks have been rough on the label, as if you recall, we covered a story a few days ago that showed Joyner Lucas put Eminem's team on blast for how they handled the What If leaks, and the label continued to get cooked. I've never seen a label as awful as post re-up Shady Records. You have so much time to promote your artist when M isn't dropping anything, but no, Paul has to keep selling merch. But what are your thoughts on the drama, and do you agree with my theory about the quote X Factor? 50 Cent's been the last superstar that had it on the label with the ability to go multi-platinum when given a push. Share your thoughts in the comment section. And moving on to the next point, after weeks of Kanye West trolling J.Cole, we got to hear from J.Cole during the Dreamville Fest, where he addressed what Kanye did for him in the past. Check it out.
They said I needed some shit called a hit record. I ain't never even thought about that shit before. Like, I was stressing the fuck out, but even in your most stressful times, all you gotta do is just leave the door cracked for God. That's all he needs is a little bit of space, and he can slide right in there. And it was one day I was in a hotel and I had the fucking door cracked. Thank God I had the door cracked. I was listening to the song. I know niggas feel a way about him right now. But I got love for him and I really appreciate him. He cleared all these fucking samples for me, and you know what I mean? And when that door cracked, I heard some shit that I had heard for a long time. I had been hearing this shit, but I heard it differently that day. It was like, imagine I'm in the bathroom, but I had the laptop in the hotel room on the bed, and I heard this shit coming from the other room. I said, what the fuck was that? I ran back in the other room, like, yo, what the fuck? It's like it spoke to me. I told you, all you gotta do is keep the door cracked. That shit spoke to me different on that day, so I ran that bitch back. I was like, oh. We gotta do.
And on one end, this sparked reactions like the fact that he's still showing Ye love after what Ye just tweeted shows you how in peace this man is with life, and that will forever make him the GOAT. However, not everyone is a fan of this move, as on the other end, he's getting blasted because he cleared a few samples. It is okay to disrespect him. I didn't realize how soft this dude was, to which another user added, chicken tender, and they kept going off on J.Cole, biggest folder in all of rap history, and they stayed on his neck. Cole is so freaking pathetic. It is unreal, and some have gone back to the origin of the back and forth. Bro started the beef with Kanye, laughing emoji, and on this note another user broke it down. J. Cole high-key started the "it's cool to hate on Ye" train in the black community. F that sellout. Overnight it became deep to criticize Ye's longevity and sanity because this loser wanted to whine on the bus about some ish. I don't know. But what are your thoughts on how he has handled it so far? Do you see this as another instance of J. Cole folding, or was this the right move? And we even got to hear from Cameron, who shared his thoughts on the Kanye and Academics interview that went viral a few days ago. Check out a snippet from the You're Welcome network.
You got to think about Kanye probably got the most wildest quotables from the time he said, "I don't think George Bush likes black people." It just was on CNN, so it ain't look crazy. He's been wilding for years, and I think that it just looks worse because of the platforms that he's on. He doesn't have the platforms. You got to think about this. He did an interview a couple years ago on Drink Champs. They had to take that there. His outlets are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. If Kanye could still be on these outlets on national television, he would never reach out to Academics. He would never reach out to Justice. He would never do Drink Champs. He has to go where he can be seen and is getting more quiet. But as far as what he said, none of that shit surprised me.
And in response to the snippet, some have concluded, folks gotta stop giving Kanye a pass for his dumb-ish. But overall, what are your thoughts on these topics? Tell us below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.